Oh, ready, everybody. Welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, March Madness Bracket Prediction Edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's happy, just like me, that Buckeye Nation made the tournament after 5 years of not making it. Here's Chris.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Yeah, it's been five long years, so hopefully we can make it to the second round, and then we'll see what happens if the Buckeyes go on to play Duke. That should be an interesting matchup. Yeah, good job, Buckeyes. Let's do it. Bruce Thornton, baby, all-time leader in Ohio State men's basketball history. Heck yeah.
Can you believe it? We actually did something. It's like, what? We actually did. Like, it's been, I know we'll probably talk about the whole tournament, but it just feels amazing that Ohio State made it. Like, as a Buckeyes fan, and as biased. And
I mean, I remember the days when we had Aaron Kraft and then Greg Oden and there were some other guys. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. But we were expected to go to the tournament every single year because we were top dog in the nation for a while. But now, hopefully, Ohio State can bounce back and make this an annual thing where we make the March Madness bracket instead of once every 5 years. So, yeah, let's go Buckeyes. Let's do it up.
yeah, I'm definitely hoping that this is going to be the new tradition and not just like a one and done. And then it's just like, what? There's the Ohio State. What? And
well, it'd be like a good question. Would you rather make the NCAA tournament lose in the first round, or would you rather make the NIT, the National Invitational Tournament, and then make it far in that bracket, or even make it to the championship and win it?
No, I want the regular bracket.
You'd rather make it to the big dance. Gotcha. Because I know for a fact. Well, I know a couple years ago, Ohio State made it to the NIT and they went far. They might have actually won it, but yeah, not obviously, but a lot of people don't pay attention to the NIT. Majority of eyes are on the big dance.
Don't you mean the not important tournament? Just saying. The not important.
I mean, those teams are so competitive. They're fighting for something.
They're fighting for mediocrity. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's like it's like for NC, it's like the comparison for college football. If you're not going to make the bracket of 12 teams making the college football playoff, then at least you still get to play in a bowl game if your team had a good regular season. So it's good. It's good thing to extend the season for those teams that didn't make the big dance.
Yeah, and I guess we should probably ask it, but for your thoughts, what is your thoughts about the teams that made it? I feel like there was not as much controversy. Granted, there were some people like, "Oh, what did SMU not make it in?"
I mean, they're how like ESPN always has the first four in and then the last four out or whatever it is, first four out, last four in. Miami of Ohio, they went 31-0 in the regular season, lost in the first round of the MAC conference tournament, and people are like, oh, should they really make it? Because their strength of schedule wasn't too high on the list. But I mean, as a team that goes undefeated in the regular season, yeah, you should deserve to make the big dance.
I mean, it is cool that we do have, I think in a really long time, I mean, granted, as someone that graduated from Bowling Green State University, and we can't do jack shit in a March Madness tournament. The last time we made it was 1968 when LBJ was president.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of cool that we have two MAC schools in the tournament. We usually only get like one team and that's it, like Buffalo.
Yeah, usually it's the conference winners. So I'm not sure how many years it's been since the MAC had two schools make it to the tournament. But yeah, Miami of Ohio and Akron, who won the conference tournament. So yeah, Akron's a good team, and in one of my brackets, Akron, they're the 12th seed. Let's see, where they at? Akron. Oh, that's right. So the 12th seed playing the 5th seed Texas Tech. I filled out 3 brackets. I took Akron to beat Texas Tech in two of my 3 brackets. So I think Akron has a good squad.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie, Christopher. I was actually thinking Akron could win. Not Akron. The Miami of Ohio could actually do it. So it's kind of cool that there's 2 Miami teams in this tournament.
Yeah, Miami plays tomorrow in they play against St. Mary's. That's the first 4 in, or whatever they call that. So they got to win tomorrow, and then they'll play whoever they're set to play, whoever that game would be.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because I listened to our last recap of the March Madness a year ago, and it's kind of funny how we were like so bored of that tournament. I think all number ones made it to the Final Four, which was crazy.
Yeah, I was reading some strange facts that how do I phrase this or how is it worded? that there has not been back-to-back seasons where there have been multiple number one seeds in the Final Four. So last year there were all four number one seeds. That means this year in the Final Four, like I said, there have not been back-to-back years where there have been multiple number one seeds in the Final Four. So that means this year, if that trend continues, there should be only one number one seed in the Final Four. Is it going to be Duke? Is it going to be Michigan? Is it going to? I think Arizona's a one seed. Yeah, is it going to be Arizona? Then who's the other one? Florida. So who's it going to be?
Who is going to be indeed in this one? This is going to be the interesting now. And now we're going to start about the East. We're going to talk about the great teams that made it to this tournament right over here. For the casual sports talk, like I said, our membership right here into the March Madness of the tournament. And we got to talk about Duke versus Siena.
Siena. I mean, this could go quickly. We don't really need to expand on it too much. I think majority of the nation is going to pick Duke, and I would go easily with Duke as well.
You're not going to put Siena for the win?
I mean, I doubt anyone really has Siena beating Duke.
Just say it. Maybe there could be hope. You know, we had it that one year when UNBC beat Virginia. That was kind of hilarious. The 68 seed beat the number one school.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any 16 seeds upsetting a one. If it's going to be anyone, I would say it's going to be the team whoever plays Florida, and that's a playing game. It'd be Prairie View A&M or Lehigh. But I don't see any. I don't see Arizona. I don't see Michigan. I don't see Duke losing to their respective competitors.
Yes, and now we got to be talking about two biased Buckeyes fans. Let's be honest. We're very biased right over here. The TCU, the Christian Horn, the Horn Toads, Hypno Toad. I like to call it that.
Yeah, the TCU Horn Frogs. Yeah, I mean, as a biased Ohio State fan, I picked Ohio State in all three of my brackets. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they're a hot team, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Buckeyes fan. But they've put up good games against Michigan, the number one overall seed during the regular season. They put up a great game against them in the I believe it was the second round of the Big Ten tournament.
They were close. They had one point. They had a little bit of a lead. Granted, they kind of
and Michigan only won by 4 that game. So yeah, I mean, I know a win is a win, a loss is a loss, but that's a quality loss. I mean, I guess that really makes sense.
I mean, I feel like it's interesting because I feel like basketball is like a weird difference. Where it's like, okay, you kind of got close in these games. Like that's kind of intriguing, even though you made the tournament. Versus like football, it's like a loss is still a loss in that sense.
But yeah, I would. I mean, I'm not. I assume I know where you're going with this. I gladly pick Ohio State over.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking One Nation under Buckeye right now. Let's go, Buckeye Nation. Now we got St. John versus Northern UNI. I think it's Northern Iowa.
Yeah,
last year, St. John, I think they were the only upset, if I remember correctly, of the tournament. They were the only team that was like a high scene that they lost. I think they were like a 13, and then they got eliminated first. Can St. John redeem themselves? The patron saint of John against Northern Iowa.
So I was looking up fun facts about tournaments. I'm bringing it right here off ESPN.com. At least one number 12 seed has won in the first round in 34 of the 40 tournaments that have been played. And here's a 12 seed Northern Iowa against a 5 seed St. John. The only reason I would pick Northern Iowa is because the winner of this game would play the winner of Kansas versus California Baptist. And if Kansas wins, I believe it was last year or 2 years ago, Northern Iowa and Kansas played in the second round of the tournament. I believe that was a close game. But I'm still going to go with St. John. Their coach, was it Cal Perry? He's been riding and coaching that team pretty well. And I'm not sure where you're at with this, Stu, but I'm going to go St. John on this one.
Oh, you think it's going to be close?
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be close, but I think St. John's going to win. What do you think, Stu?
Oh, you know what?
I don't know how it is on your end.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. We have bad internet. Unfortunately, we were just as bad as some bad teams that were in this that didn't make this tournament. I'm just saying we were kind of like the Sparties on trying to make it to the finals. We were just as bad. But anyway, we got to talk about Kansas versus the Christian of California Baptist right over here.
Yeah. Are Baptist Christian? I think they are. Yeah, Baptists are Christian. Yeah, well said.
Oh, come on. My dad's Baptist. So,
and I'm Catholic, and so that means we're both Christian. There we go. This one, I mean, it says it right there in the facts. Kansas with the top strength of schedule in the entire nation. 6-6 versus top 25 opponents this season. Excuse me. I don't see this one being a pretty one for Cal Baptist. I would go Kansas on this one. The 13 seed, they don't really go too well against the 4 seeds. So yeah, I could see a Kansas St. John match in the second round.
Yes, and then next we got Louisville versus the Southern Florida State University right over here. I feel like they haven't made the tournament. I feel like Southern Florida. I feel like it's been like a while. It's been a while since Southern, but also Louisville. Is it okay if I pick Louisville? Or am I?
Yeah, I was gonna pick Louisville as well. So yeah, if we're thinking of the same team, heck yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a part of me that I'm like, am I being too boring with my picks?
I have read that like University of South Florida is gonna be a tough matchup. I haven't really like watched them or read too much up on them, but from what I've been watching on ESPN today, this should be a great matchup in the first round between Louisville and South Florida. But I believe Louisville will pull it out.
Yes. And next we got the Sparties versus North Dakota right over here of the Summits. Can they summit? They won the Summit tournament. Now can the Sparties? I think the Sparties are going to get this one. I feel like this is going to be the boring-ass tournament right over here. So I think
I'm not. I did a little research on Michigan State the other day real quickly. I don't think they've lost a first-round tournament game in, man, I think it's been a decade. They're a safe bet to make it to the second round. But then after the second round, you really got to pay attention who they're playing and what's going on. But we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. So yeah, I'm okay with the Sparties. This East bracket compared to the other 3 brackets or divisions, whatever you want to call them. Like this should be a pretty, we got Duke 1, Ohio State 8 moving on. All the top seeds are moving on, but the other brackets could be a little bit shuffle, a little bit more scrambled than this one. This next matchup, UCL and UCF. This could be an upset. Watch out for UCF.
I'm thinking the same way. I feel like UCLA has been okay, but I still feel like they got a bunch of issues right now.
Right, and look at that, the strength of schedule. UCF had a bigger schedule, a stronger schedule than UCLA. I know UCLA, they're products of the Big Ten, but I mean, I would pick UCF in my opinion. I'm not sure I wish we had a third person here, Doug or Jeff, to be the tiebreaker. But if you're picking UCF, I'm all for it. So let's go.
I think I might have to go with UCF right here. Nice. On this one. And now we got Foreman versus UConn. I feel like Foreman always makes a tournament and they just kind of fizzle out. And then UConn, they did win back-to-back a couple years ago, but then they got eliminated. They were the 8th seed, and then they got bounced out of the second round by Florida, who eventually did win the tournament right over here. UConn's going to get this.
Yeah, UConn, I'd say UConn by like 15 or 16 points. Go Huskies.
Yeah, I feel like this one's going to be an easy one right over here. And now we got the West Coast. So Arizona's going to lose this one, right?
To Long Island University. Arizona, a lot of people are saying that they're the best team in the nation right now. The only reason I'm not picking them to win the entire thing is because since 1998, no teams west of the Mississippi River have won a national championship game. And I'm gonna stick to that fact. I don't think Arizona's going to pull it out, but they will pull out this victory. Like I said, I doubt there's going to be a 16 seed being upset or a 16 seed beating number 1 in the first round. This 2026.
It's been since 3 years since the last time that's happened, if I remember.
Yeah, I think that was Purdue.
Purdue, the boiler. Oh my god! I was sad we didn't do a podcast back then, but I would have I would have fucking shit on Purdue the whole time. Be like, you fucking lost to a fucking 16 seed. Oh, what a fucking joke! Bums.
Yeah, this next one though. So we both agree with Virginia, Arizona. I think Arizona's going to win that game probably like by 20.
Yeah, I think
20
that's not a good
21.
game. I think that's not going to be a good game. I honestly have a feeling that Utah might win this one.
Yeah, Utah State against Villanova. Man,
Like,
I
the
was
only
saying the
thing
same
they
thing.
don't have is that Utah never played against a top 25 team, but Villanova has not done shit against top 25 teams.
Right.
So
Well,
it's like,
so that's interesting. They've like Villanova's played against 5 top 25 teams. They've gone 0-5, but then Utah State has a harder, more difficult schedule, based on what we're seeing here on CBS Sports. I'd go Utah State in this one. So I mean,
yeah,
I don't really know too much about the both teams, but yeah, let's go 9 versus the 8.
yeah. I feel like I'm going to go with Utah on this one. I think it's so funny. We're now in the agreeable casual sports talk podcast, not in the disagreeable casual sports talk podcast right now. So next we got Wisconsin versus High Ups in the Big South.
High Point, the military academy.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it like the Army Academy?
High ups. I'm not sure if it's the Army. I think it is. I just know it's the military. So thank you, servicemen.
I mean, thank you, servicemen.
I don't think they're going to represent High Point too well. I don't think they're going to get a victory here. I think it's going to be all Wisconsin. Wisconsin's had quality wins all season. I think Wisconsin went pretty far in the Big Ten tournament. Obviously, they didn't get it because that was Purdue versus Michigan in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, they made it to the Final Four, if I remember correctly.
But yeah, I don't think High Point stands a chance. I know they have a better record, great, but look at that strength of schedule. It's like 290 difference between the strength of schedule right there. I would take Wisconsin. I'm not sure about you.
I'm going to go with Wisconsin right over here. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. First time in a decade right now, almost 9 years, Hawaii made the tournament versus Arkansas. I feel like Arkansas always makes it to the tournament, but then they kind of like fizzle out. Like, I know it's 93 versus 7. But I think Arkansas is going to win the first round.
You think Arkansas? Yeah, I don't see this one being a close game. Yeah, lack of experience from Hawaii. Arkansas, I mean, look at that. The numbers don't lie. They've played 11 top 25 teams this season. So they have experience. So yeah, Razorbacks for the win.
Yeah, Razorbacks for the win. Screw the Razorbacks, but anyway, we got the other two teams. It looks like the play-in right now, so it could be Texas.
Hey, come on, sir, your Longhorns. Let's go. And they're up 25-19 against NC State. So let's see. Do I have a fun fact about the 11 seed or a play-in? Let's see. BYU's a 6 seed.
I think I might put the Longhorns. Am I crazy?
All right, so here's a fun fact. So the teams that are playing in, they're called the first four. At least one first four participant has advanced to the second round in 12 of the 14 tournaments that there have been a first four. Because the first four, the game is being played today and tomorrow. This hasn't been a permanent thing. It's been, like I said, in the last 14 years. So at least one of the participants have made it to the second round in 12 of the 14 tournaments. And I believe Texas, as long as they win today, I would pick Texas over BYU. I think Texas will make it to the second round as long as they pull out the victory today. And Stuart, you're a Texas fan.
Oh yeah, that's I'm feeling bias, and you know my bias says Longhorn goddamn nation is going hook 'em. How dare you? Don't put the hook 'em down. No hook 'em down. How the fuck do you do that, Christopher? That is some goddamn disrespectful shit right there.
I'm not a Longhorns fan, Stu, but I'll be a Longhorns fan when they play on Thursday or Friday.
Boo on that one. Oh my God, you triggered me so much in this one as a Longhorns fan. As Longhorns Nation, I will say we're going to beat BYU. I do think we're going to beat BYU. I know they said 80% right there, but I just have a feeling that BYU, they're kind of looking a little bit. They lost a couple of their star players, and they're kind of like, in this one. And then next we got Gonzaga versus Kennesaw State. Gonzaga always chokes. That's the one thing. They can't win. You can't beat them. You can't win them. No tournaments, no banners, no cups for Gonzaga, but I think they're going to win at least the first round.
All right, good. I was going to say Gonzaga, they could probably make it pretty far in this tournament. So if you had Kennesaw State to upset them, I'd be like, that might be our first disagreements. But yeah, good thing we're agreeing with Gonzaga.
Now, this is an interesting one. Miami versus Missouri. ACC versus Miami. I feel like it's been a long time since they made the tournament right there. But Missouri, just that strength of schedule.
I mean, yeah, they're. This is a very close matchup.
I think this is
what are your thoughts? I want to hear you first.
I'm feeling my gut is, and my heart of hearts and my soul is saying Missouri is going to upset Miami. They're not going to have like that magical, like they made it far in the tournament, just like they did in football.
Yeah, we'll see if Michael Irwin will be on the sidelines for basketball.
He's going to bring the belt again. Be like, don't you ever disrespect my team again.
Yeah, so you're going to pick Missouri? I mean, yeah, something about me says that we'll see Missouri in the second round and we won't see Miami. So I'm cool with Missouri. I just don't see either of these teams. I mean, I assume we're going to pick Purdue, but I can't see either of these teams beating Purdue.
Boiler up, baby. Yeah. And now we got Purdue versus Queens. Purdue's going to lose this, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, we're going Purdue.
Purdue won the Big Ten championship game or Big Ten championship. Not that I mean, Michigan was probably the most dominant team in Big Ten play. But yeah, Purdue has it all over for this game against Queens.
Yeah. Now this is an interesting fact right over here. We got Florida, the reigning national championship, versus either going to be Perryview or Lehigh.
Yeah, Florida's going to win. They're reigning national champions. I have a couple facts of why they're not going to make it back-to-back national champions, but they will win in the first round, and they'll play either Clemson or Iowa.
I feel like it's going to be definitely that one on this one. And then next, Clemson versus Iowa. I'm feeling a Clemson. I know that they say it's going to be Iowa, but I just have a feeling it might be. I know it's ACC bias. I mean, it might be against the Hawkeyes. I'm sorry, but I'm feeling the Clemson vibes. I'm feeling the 8. I'm feeling an upset, which is weird to say because it's this 9th seed upset. The 8th seed.
Looking at these stats, I don't think you can have a closer matchup. I would go with Iowa, but I'm going to stick with your pick, Stuart, so let's go Clemson.
All right, let's go right there. And then we got Villanova versus McNeese.
Not Villanova, but Vanderbilt.
Sorry, Vanderbilt. But I feel like McNeese has won a couple rounds in the tournaments, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm actually going to – I mean, Vanderbilt, man, they're in the SEC. They did pretty well in the tournament from what I saw. But man, yeah, McNeese State, something about a 12 versus a 5. I think this is going to be an upset. I personally would go with McNeese, but Stuart, you're the man of the podcast. It's your decision here.
Oh, let's do it. Let's get the upset right here. Let's go McNeese. Let's go. And then the Cornhuskers versus Troy. The team that has, fun fact, Christopher, I believe in 1992, have the highest points ever scored in the basketball game. It was like 259.
What, Nebraska?
Like no, Troy University.
Oh, Troy.
Yeah. It was, they played against DeVry University, which I did not know DeVry had a basketball team.
DeVry. I've never even heard of that.
Oh, they were like college, the online, they're like the TV commercial, like the online.
Oh, are you saying like DeVry? DEVRY?
Yes, DeVry.
Oh, I thought you said Dubai or Dubry or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'm going to let you pick this one because my pick, I would pick Troy just as that random upset, but I want to see where you're going with this, what your thoughts
Nebraska. You know what? Let's do the coin flip. Let's do it.
Here we go. So heads for Nebraska since they're the higher seed, tails for Troy. Let's do it.
Yeah, like I just want to make sure this is heads. I have this as heads. Looks like tails is right over here. So I just want to make sure we are being fair in the casual spot, even though granted This is all arbitrary and reductive. Like I said, just like our point system.
There's a
All
magnet
right.
on that coin.
It's heads. It says heads.
Oh, we're going Nebraska. Let's go.
We're going to
Cornhuskers.
Cornhuskers right now, baby. Look at that. We just put Nebraska right over here. All righty. So next one, we got VCU versus North Carolina.
Like I said, I've done 3 brackets. I picked VCU in one of my 3 brackets, but the other 2 I picked North Carolina. I would gladly go with North Carolina in this. It should be a close matchup, but I think North Carolina has the upper hand.
I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna go with North Carolina on this one. And then we got Iowa versus the University of Pennsylvania right over here. Not Penn State, the Ivies, the only Ivy League school to make it right over here in the tournament, as always. It's Illinois. This is not going to be a close game.
It's not going to be a close game. I'd say Illinois by 18. I watched, it was Penn versus Yale in the Ivy League championship game, and I watched that. Penn was not the favorite. It was Yale all the way. Penn narrowly escaped it, and I don't think that this is going to be a close game for Penn by any means. So, yeah, the Illinois Fighting Illini all the way.
Yes, and next we got the Houston Texas A&M, the A&Ms, the Aggies versus St. Mary's. Team that always makes the tournament. I feel like St. Mary's is always in that basketball team.
All right, so you make the pick on this one. I want to see where you're going, where your head's at for this one.
I feel so biased because my stepmom went to A&M, but I just don't. I don't like their record. They're 0-4, but then McNeese is not really that great. Also, the net record. I'm gonna go in Aggies. I had to guess the Aggies, but I don't feel confident either way.
Because I was gonna say the exact same thing. I'm going with Texas A&M. I think I picked them in all 3 of my brackets to move on. If you were gonna say St. Mary's, I was gonna say let's get that coin out again. But yeah. Houston versus Idaho.
Houston versus Idaho. Houston, 2 back-to-back making the tournaments. They were the bridesmaid and not the bride. And it's going to be interesting. They make it to the final. They would be against Florida.
I had last year's. Yeah, so they played Duke last year. They beat Duke in the Final Four to make it to the championship.
Oh, wait.
They lost to Florida 65-63.
Yeah. And that was incredible because they were at least not like 36 minutes in the lead in that game, and they choked that game away. And the refs are trying to help them, and they still blew that game.
Yeah, I don't see Houston losing this game. It's going to be all. I don't even know their mascot name. It's going to be all Houston this game.
Yeah,
and
a fun fact,
definitely have
my
Houston
dad's
going far in the bracket.
Yeah, and also fun facts for my dad's mascot. He got a University of Houston, so go Cougars.
The Cougars, let's go.
We got Howard versus Michigan. I'm going Howard. Howard is going to have the upset of the century.
Yeah, so it's going to be all Michigan. I don't think – no, sir, you better put Michigan down there.
Okay, I'm putting Michigan. I'm being a little bit of a cheeky lad, as the UK people like to call it. Yeah, Michigan's going to win this one. It's not even going to be a close game. And then we got Georgia versus St. Louis. It's Georgia.
Oh, it's Georgia. All right, I'm going to pick St. Louis. Sir, let's do a coin flip.
All right, we got it right here. Okay, we got the heads.
Heads for Georgia, tails for St. Louis. Higher seed gets the heads.
Yes, I got the heads. All right. It is tails.
Let's go tails.
St. Louis did it. Congratulations, St. Louis. You did it. You won it in the game of life right now.
For the Casual Sports Start podcast. Thank you, Tails.
Thank you, Tails, right over here. All righty. We got Akron versus the TTs on their helmet of Texas Tech. Akron 2 years in a row making the MAC tournament and winning the MAC tournament to make it to the playoffs of March Madness. And Texas Tech is going to probably beat Akron. I'm sorry. I like the Zips. I've been to Akron a couple times. They ain't going to do it.
Oh, you're picking Texas Tech. Oh man, are we gonna do another coin flip, or you just don't even want to talk about Akron winning it? Because in 2 of my 3 brackets, I did pick the Zips from Akron. But if you want Texas Tech, I'm not gonna ruin the feng shui for the podcast bracket. So yeah, let's go Texas Tech.
All right. Oh wait, so you're feeling?
Yeah, I like Akron. Akron's they're a strong team. They've been putting things together. So I picked Akron over Texas Tech and 66% of my
Yeah,
brackets.
you're picking Akron right now. Should we put the coin? Should we flip the
Yeah,
coin?
let's do it. Heads for Texas Tech, tails for Akron. Let's do it.
All right, we got the coin. We're gonna put in the heads because I figured it's arbitrary and reductive right here. So let's do it. Let's go. Your Zips made it.
Let's go Akron. Woohoo!
Yeah, we picked the Zippies. And the next one we got is Alabama versus Hofstra. Oh,
that strength of schedule is getting me right there. You know, you got the sixth strongest schedule versus the 128th. I don't think Hofstra has what it takes. Hate to say it, roll Tide. What do you think, Stuart?
Roll Tide. Roll Tide. You know what I gotta say? Roll Tide. And then next we got Tennessee, where it's going to be either Miami of Ohio or SMU right over here. I think Miami of Ohio is going to probably beat SMU, right?
It's gonna be a close one. I couldn't really tell you who. I mean, Miami's 31-1, and then I'm not sure what SMU's doing. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what they got going on.
Yeah, let me look at the.
So SMU, they're 20-13. SMU's strength of schedule is 26. Miami of Ohio strength of schedule is 245th. So I'm maybe it'd be SMU, to be honest with you.
Fine, we'll do SMU. Damn it.
Well, I mean, who are we going to pick? So Tennessee versus SMU. Is it going to be Tennessee or is it going to be SMU? That's the. I mean, look at that strength of schedule. Tennessee 24th, SMU 26th.
It's Tennessee.
That's a closer matchup than Miami of Ohio. You know.
Yeah, I'm going Tennessee.
Tennessee, gotcha. All right, I agree.
Wait a minute. Are you picking? Do you feel SMU's got this?
No, we already picked what we picked the Texas NC State winner, which is currently Texas, to move on to the second round when they play BYU. I don't think there's gonna be 2 teams from the first 4 in making the second round, so I'm comfortable with picking Tennessee State.
All right, we got Tennessee State, and the next one we got is Virginia versus Wright State. And are they gonna right it wrong and win this one?
I mean, Wright State, it's near Dayton, Ohio. I haven't. Wait, no, yeah, that's Wright State. Gotcha. Because I've been there one time for a college visit back in the day. Don't really know too much about them, but I would 100% pick Virginia to womp on whatever Wright State is, whether they're the Huskies or something based on their logo. So yeah, let's go Virginia Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win this one. And then we got Kentucky. Always makes it right there versus Santa Clara. Kentucky got this game, right?
Yeah, if we want to go Kentucky, I'm cool with that. I feel like these numbers make it seem like it's gonna be a closer game than what it will be. I think Kentucky's gonna win by probably 8 or 9 points. I don't think it's gonna be a close one.
I feel like this one's gonna be one. And then let's go with Tennessee State. No, I'm just kidding. We'll go Iowa.
Iowa State.
I know you do get that random 15 seed that wins it. I mean, I love the Florida Gulf Coast. Was it like 2014, 2013 when they made it to the Sweet 16, and then everyone said Sweet 15 that one year? Wasn't there one team that made it to the Elite 8 that was a 15 seed?
You're probably right. I just can't put my.
I think there was one that made it, and then they just got eliminated. Like that was like a weird year when it was like I think that the 8th won the tournament or something. It was like something weird. It was like all the number ones got eliminated and all that stuff. This one, and look at this, gentlemen. We got one down. We got the final. Now we're into the Elite Sweet. We're in the 32s right now.
Round of 32.
Ohio State got this game, right?
Oh man, as an Ohio State fan, I wish I could say it, but Duke just has too much talent I mean, they have Cameron Boozer, and then they have his brother. I forgot his name. My apology. The other Boozer brother.
Sorry,
But Duke has too much. What'd you say, Stu?
Yeah, sorry, Boozer.
Yeah, Duke has too much skill, too much size, too much speed. I don't see Duke losing to the Buckeyes, unfortunately.
Boo!
The magic stops there for the AC Buckeyes.
Yes.
Sorry,
And now we got
One
St.
Nation under
John's
Buckeye.
versus Kansas. Can St. John's get the redemption and make it to the Sweet 16?
Man, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I think Coach St. John's is John Calipari. I'm pretty sure he's been doing great things over there. But
yeah, he was the Louisville coach, right? If I remember correctly. And then there was a scandal.
The coach of St. John's.
He got bounced out.
John's head coach basketball. Rick Pitino. That's who I'm thinking of. Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
That's it. Sir, what are your thoughts on St. John's versus Kansas?
I think I might go Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with you then. Yeah, we'll have the Battle of the Blues in the Sweet 16, Duke versus Kansas. So yeah, let's go Jayhawks. I mean, Kansas, they have the toughest schedule in all the nation with the first overall strength schedule. So yeah, let's go Kansas.
Yeah, next we got is Louisville versus Michigan. It's Michigan State, the Sparties. Michigan State, I meant to say. Michigan State got this one. I don't think it's going to be a close game.
Really? Man, because like I said, Michigan State, they always win in the first round, and then the second round gives them a hiccup. Are you very confident you want the Spartans? Because otherwise, I would go.
They did make it the Sweet 16. To be fair, they did make the Sweet 16 last year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go with Michigan. I'll go with Michigan State if your heart's 100% lying with the Spartans. I'm cool with the Spartans.
Yes, I'm cool with all that Sparties. And UConn's got this one. I think this is not going to be a close game. I think they just blow them out by like 20 points.
Okay, let's go. All right, I'm cool with that. Let's go Huskies.
Yeah, go Huskies. Look at this. We're in the easy part because, like I said, once we get one brackets down, then it's easier and easier, Christopher. And then we got Arizona versus Utah State right over here. Arizona got this game. It's pretty much in the bag.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Arizona's probably the toughest team in the nation right now. So yeah, Arizona's probably going to reach at least the Sweet 16, if not the Elite 8.
Yes. And then we got Wisconsin versus the Arkansas. I am picking Wisconsin because I hate the Razorbacks with a passion. Screw the Razorbacks. I don't care you have the 15th rated schedule.
I like Wisconsin because, in our East division, we have number 1 Duke versus number 4 Kansas. We have number 2 UConn versus number 3 Michigan State. We can't have another 1 versus 4. There's gonna be some mixing up that it's not gonna be 1 versus 4 again. So yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with the Wisconsin Badgers.
All right. Next we got the Longhorns versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga's gonna choke this game, right? I feel like Gonzaga finds a way to choke this.
Honestly, if that's 100% true, Stu, I agree with your statement. I would pick Texas over Gonzaga.
Yeah, I just have a feeling Gonzaga, I feel like, is that team that always like, this is our year. This is our year. We're gonna do it, and then they just fucking choke in basketball. They're just like, I'm sorry, I'm choking. I'm like Gonzaga. I'm like a choking hazard right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Gonzaga, oh man, I forgot his name. But, man, this is probably like a decade ago, last time they won a championship or were in a championship. So, yeah, like you said, Stuart, the choke artist of the West, because I think Gonzaga's in Portland, Oregon, something like that. They're on the West Coast.
Yeah. I think they're in Oregon, yeah. Yeah, they're in Oregon. So, unfortunately, they're smoking too much of the doobies, and that's why they're losing.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. You could have gone better. It's like Stephen A. Lay off the weed, da-da.
So Gonzaga University is in Spokane, Washington. I knew they were in the West, so I got my states mixed up. So I just want to correct myself before we move forward.
I mean, it's close enough.
Washington.
Close
All right,
enough.
Purdue versus Missouri. What are we thinking, Stu? What are you thinking?
Purdue. It's Purdue.
It's Purdue.
We're going Purdue. It's Purdue. Right over here. And then Michigan versus St. Louis. It's going to be St. Louis, right?
I can't see Michigan not making the Elite 8. I texted you and Doug earlier today that Michigan they kind of like bully on their opponents. They're not throwing elbows or punches, but their size is just too mismatched, and they're just gonna oversize all their opponents going into the Sweet 16. So yeah, Michigan over St. Louis. St. Louis.
St. Louis. And then we got Akron versus Bama. Yeah, Bama got that.
Bama got that. All right, so I would actually go with Akron. I would go with Akron.
Oh,
do you want to do the magic of the coin flip? Here we go.
Let's do the coin flip. All right.
Alabama heads, Akron tails. Here we go.
Okay, heads is Akron, tails is
no. Heads is Alabama because Alabama's the higher seed.
All right, heads is Alabama, tails is Akron. All right, you got it, Chris.
Oh, Akron wins again. Because we did the coin flip for Akron versus Texas Tech. Akron won on the coin flip, and now, oh man, Akron's gonna have a Cinderella.
They won on 2 coin flips. Let's go.
Tennessee versus Virginia. This is gonna be a good matchup. What do you think, Stu? I'm not gonna do a coin flip here. I'll go with whatever you're thinking.
The 2 Southern teams. I'm thinking Virginia gets it. I think Virginia. I mean, they had that one year when they were like the number 1 and they lost to UNBC. That was hilarious in my opinion, but I think they're going to win that one. I think it's going to be an easy one. I think they're going to beat the Tennessee Volunteers. And then finally we got Kentucky versus Iowa State. Iowa State got this one.
Yeah, I think Iowa State's just too dominant of Iowa State. Watched them a little bit in the Big 12. Yeah, they were. I mean, but that strength of schedule is crazy. But I think it's the I think it's the defense for Iowa State that's going to stop the Kentucky Wildcats. So I think it's the Cyclones from Iowa State. So let's go Cyclones.
Let's go Cyclones. The Big 12. Let's go Big 12 Cyclones. And then we got Clemson versus the chomp of the Gators. They're chomping this competition, right?
Yeah, Gators going to beat the Clemson. I forgot their mascot's name, but anyways, yeah, Florida's gonna be all over it.
Yeah, they're the Bobcats.
No, they're not the Bobcats. There's something.
They're the Tigers. Sorry, it's the Clemson Tigers.
There it is.
Yeah, they're the Tigers. Yes.
I was thinking it's the Wildcats, but my head's stuck on Kentucky.
Yeah, we're thinking
versus Nebraska. Here we go. The 12 versus the 4. Wow.
I think it's going to be Nebraska.
Nebraska. I'm cool. Yeah, I agree with you, Stu. Let's go Big Ten. Let's go Cornhuskers.
Okay with that, Christopher?
I'm okay with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Heck yeah, let's do it.
You're going to Nebraska right over here?
Nebraska right over there.
Let's go. And next is my internet world. In this world, we live in a world where the internet decided to be struggling right now as Gonzaga making the tournament right now.
So yeah, North Carolina versus Illinois. Man, that's gonna be a good match.
I am gonna go. Oh, am I weirdly to think that North Carolina's?
We lost Stu. He'll be back. No worries. So yeah, on the play, it's North Carolina versus Illinois, and that's gonna be a heck of a game. I mean, North Carolina 12th overall schedule, strength of schedule. Then you got the Fighting Illini 15th overall. I mean, Illinois has a little bit better of a defense, but I think North Carolina is going to overpower it. We're going to have a 6th seed North Carolina moving on to the Sweet 16 against either A&M and Houston. So yeah,
you're going North Carolina.
I would pick North Carolina, Stu. What do you feel?
I'm feeling a little bit North Carolina. I'm sorry. And also apologies right over here that my internet just in this tournament right now. And probably will.
Who do you think?
And next we got Texas A&M versus Houston.
Texas A&M versus Houston. Battle of Texas. What do we think?
Oh my God. Battle of my family members' alma maters. The Aggies versus the Cougars.
Are you picking your dad who got his 1 degree from Houston, or your mom who went is an Aggie?
Yes, I'm going the Cougar. I'm going the Cougars. Houston Cougars. Houston Cougars. Houston Cougars. Houston Cougars. Number 1. Dun, dun, dun. All right,
And
next we got.
I'm picking Houston as well. I'm actually having Houston going all the way to the Final Four.
Ooh, that's a good one. Can they get the revenge? All right, we got Duke versus Kansas.
So here's my I made the comment earlier today that last year it was all 4 number 1 seeds going to the Final Four. There has not been back-to-back years as of recent where there's multiple number 1 seeds in the Final Four. With that said, you know, we still have Duke alive, we still have Arizona alive, we still have Michigan alive, and we still have Florida alive. I believe that Duke's run ends here. I'm not sure where your head's at, Stu, but I would pick Kansas.
I'm going to. I trust Duke is going to get it.
Ooh, all right. Are we doing a coin flip, or you just want to ride
do
high
it.
on Duke?
All
I mean,
right,
it's your
we're gonna do
podcast,
heads
too.
and
It's
tails.
your bracket.
Heads.
All right, so heads is Duke. Heads is Duke because they were the higher seed.
All right, heads is Duke. Tails is Kansas. Let's see. Christopher, somehow the coin's spoken. Kansas.
Oh my gosh, Kansas! Like, well, I won again. So all right, Kansas moves on. All right.
How is this happening? Damn it, coin.
All right, so Michigan State versus UConn, the 2 versus the 3.
Oh, it's UConn. Come on, it's not going to be the Sparties. The Sparties not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure the last time Michigan State reached the because what we're talking about, this is the Sweet 16. I'm not sure the last time. Well, Michigan State, you said that they reached. Yeah. Well, this would be to go on to the Elite 8. I'm not sure last time the state reached the Elite 8, so I'd agree with you in saying UConn, Stu. Oh no, Stewart's frozen again. All right, so we might be moving on to Arizona versus Wisconsin. Yeah, like I said, there's only, I believe there's only one.
Sorry, we're
no, you're fine. I picked UConn as well.
Yeah, we're UConn,
like I said, I'm not sure the last time Michigan State reached an Elite 8, so that's why I believe the Spartans, they get stopped right there. Huskies move on to the Elite 8 against Kansas.
All right, Florida versus Nebraska. Florida.
Yeah, Florida by double digits, unfortunately. Well, maybe not unfortunately, but
and then Houston. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Houston versus North Carolina. I'm going Houston.
I agree with you, Stu. I was going based off defense. Houston's defense is a little bit better than the Tar Heels. So yeah, one number 1 seed Florida versus number 2 Houston in the Elite 8. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got that one in this one, indeed. And this one, the next one, we got Arizona versus Wisconsin. Arizona got it. I feel like that these are like the 3 teams. I remember that there was 3 teams that they talked about that would make it to the final. I was watching the TikTok and they said something about that, and they said about all the statistic analysis. There's only 3 teams that are going to win the tournament. It was Duke, Arizona, and Michigan.
I was seeing the exact same thing. Yeah, it's based off. It's some sort of. It's called KenPom, KenPom. Has to do with their offensive production, defensive production, and yeah, those 3 teams are high up in the KenPom rating. Actually, they're the top 3. Florida's actually number 4. Houston's number 5. Iowa State's number 6. So yeah, I would gladly pick Arizona over Wisconsin. So yeah.
So
Purdue versus Texas, Stu. What do you think here?
Oh, let's go Texas all the way to the final 8. I would. Oh, both 58%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Am I crazy to think that Texas could do it?
Honestly, having 11 seed in the Elite 8 doesn't sound too strange because I mean Akron's not going to beat Michigan if that matchup moves forward. And that's and if Akron doesn't beat Michigan, right now Texas is based on our bracket, Texas is the lowest seed remaining. So I honestly would side with you, Stuart, if you pick Texas.
I'm going Texas. Yeah, screw Purdue.
Let's go.
Let's go. Now we got Michigan versus Akron. I'm picking Akron, right?
Let's see. Oh man, those numbers are so lopsided. It would be almost illegal to pick Akron. So
Come
I
on, come on.
mean, like I said,
Give me a
I'm
state.
an Ohio State guy, but I'm picking Michigan to make it to the Elite Eight.
Can I pick?
If you're gonna pick Akron, we're gonna do the coin flip. Oh, Stuart, you're
You're
muted.
ending the internet. My internet is telling me to
You
stop
picked
it.
Michigan.
No, we're
Gotcha.
picking
All
Michigan.
right. I'm
All right.
glad
I'm not
your
even-
head got back down to ground
All right,
level. You're thinking straight.
I mean, am I biased? Yeah. And the problem is, just saying. And next, we got the other one. We got Virginia versus Iowa. Who do we pick right over here? I'm picking.
Ooh. What do you think? What do you think, Sue? Because I know where my mindset's at. I'm going to pick Iowa State.
I might go. Oh yeah, but Virginia. I know it's a 12 versus 6. I'm weirdly feeling Virginia.
Virginia? All right. You want to do a little coin flip? So Iowa State would be head?
Do it. Let's do
Iowa
it.
State is head because they're the top seed. Virginia's the tail.
All right, let's see. Come on, who's going to be right? Is it going to be tails? Fuck, you're right.
No way. Iowa State? Wow.
What the fuck?
I need to go to a casino and start playing heads or tails, even though that's not a real casino game. And just like, oh,
This
yeah,
is
give me
happening. This is a bull. All right, we got the Elite Eight right now. Okay, we got Kansas versus UConn. UConn got it.
UConn's got it? Oh, man. Really, Stu?
I'm going UConn.
Oh, all right. We're gonna have to do. So we're gonna have to do a coin flip. UConn, because I'm picking Kansas.
All right,
so
coin flip.
UConn's heads because they're the higher seed. Kansas
UConn.
is tails.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. This is gonna be fun. Okay. Son of a bitch! You got tails.
No way. Well, no. If it's tails, that means Kansas moves on because Kansas is the lower seed. Oh, that's right. I picked Kansas. Oh, let's go.
Yes.
Oh,
What the
man,
fuck? This is a bull
over here.
This is some bull. How come
So
All
number
right,
4,
Arizona
Kansas moves on to the Final Four. Wow, look at that.
Why? Why? I'm throwing you a quarter into the coin machine.
Is that a quarter or is that a nickel, Stu?
It's a quarter.
It's a quarter, so it's actually
There's
legit.
Washington on
it. Wow. All right, Arizona versus
anyway.
Texas. Wow, here we go. Oh man,
I think there is. I think the right ends.
So you're gonna pick Arizona going to the Final Four? All right, I agree with you. Yeah, Arizona, like I said, this entire podcast, one of the top teams in the nation. So rightfully so, they could prance on their way into the Final Four.
All right, next one: Florida versus Houston, the battle of the rematch.
Ooh, yeah, the rematch of the national championship game from last year when the final score was 65-63 in flavor and in favor of the Florida Gators. If this is a real rematch, I'm gonna go with the Houston Cougars. Stuart's father's alma mater.
I'm going Florida.
You're going Florida. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Are we doing the coin?
Do it again.
All right. So Florida's heads because they're the higher seed. Houston is tails since they're the lower of the 2 seeds.
All right. Let's see. All right. We're gonna flip the coin. Oh my God. Oh, I think I screwed it up. I'm going to do this again.
Oh, redo.
Okay. It's heads. Finally, a 1-1.
There we go. My streak ends. So Florida moves on to the Final Four.
God. Go screw off Houston.
All right. So Stuart, we got the final Elite Eight matchup: Michigan and Iowa State. And I'm not doing this because I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm not doing this because I hate Michigan football. I'm just doing this because I've been mentioned the entire podcast, and I'm still uncomfortable that we have 2 number 1 seeds in the Final Four, but that's the way the coin flips. So I'm picking Iowa State against Michigan.
I might pick Michigan.
Coin flip.
Is that bad?
I mean, it's not bad, sir. All right, so Michigan's head. If we're doing coin flip, Michigan's heads. Iowa State is tails.
This head, so please let it be. Please let it be tails. Please let it be tails. Yes, it's tails. I'm wrong. Ah! In your face, journalist. I know you're not a podcast. In your face. In your face. Yes.
All right, so our final four for the Casual Sports Talk podcast is Kansas, Arizona, Florida, and Iowa State. Wow.
That is a random ass final four. All right.
Honestly, I like it. You know, I don't like having a bunch of number ones in the final four because I didn't really look it up. I know last year's all four number ones, but before that, when's the last time all four number ones reached the final
2008.
four?
And yeah, that was 2008, and then that's that. Yeah, so we haven't. So it's been about like that one was 17 years the last time before that last year. So and then it never happened before. So you know that was more the anomaly, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. And like if we had Duke in there, if we had Michigan in there, I 100% doubt that we're gonna have back-to-back years where it'd be all four number ones. So it's too cliche having all four number ones, which I'm comfortable having a 4 seed.
I think I would put $100. I would put $100 bet. I don't think it's the final four.
Yeah,
I don't think all four. I don't think we would have all number one. I think someone's going to get bounced out. I definitely don't. I think this year is different than last year. You know what I mean? In this sense, and I know there's 3 really strong schools, but like I said, I don't think Florida.
And now here we go. Are we thinking that it's going to be 2 number ones in the championship game? Are we going to have a number 4 and a number 2? Are we going to have a number 1, a number 4, a number 1, a number 2? Here we go, Stu. Kansas, Florida. Who are you thinking is going to reach the championship game?
Damn it. But then I'm looking at this thing. I'm going Florida. I think Florida's going to do it again.
I agree with you, Stu. They're reigning champs. I've seen Florida play a couple times on TV. Obviously, I'm not going to their games. I think Florida's very dominant. I think they'll be back in the championship match.
All right, we got Arizona versus Iowa State. I'm feeling a little bit of I think it has to be Arizona State. I'm feeling Arizona State.
Wait, Arizona or Iowa State? Because you said Arizona.
No,
State.
Arizona. I feel Arizona.
Okay, I'm like you're mixing both these schools. I'm like, hey, Arizona State didn't make the bracket bar. Yeah, I agree with Stu. Arizona, like I said, I've said it multiple times. Miami's will say it again. They're probably the toughest team in the bracket right now. So yeah, Florida versus Arizona in the championship game. I already know who my pick is. I want to see what you have to say versus Florida versus Arizona.
I don't think the Florida back-to-back repeats. I think it's going to be one of those 3 teams. I remember that TikTok made me convinced this one. I'm feeling Arizona does it.
Really? I'm picking Florida. Is that at the beginning of this podcast? I mentioned that as of 1990, from 1998 until right now, there's not been a team west of the Mississippi River to win the national championship game, and I'm not going to stand away from that fact. So I'm going to pick Florida. You want to do a? All right. So here's a go. So Florida is tails since Gators have tails, and Arizona's are heads because I mean those are the Wildcats, right? So
yeah, all right. Oh, do you want to do it best of 3?
Best of 3. So Florida is tails, Arizona's heads. Best of 3. Here we go.
All right, let's do it. Best of 3. All right, first one. It is a heads.
All right, Arizona has one head or one victory. Right. Here we go.
Florida.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna
tails for Florida, heads for Arizona for the win.
I'm having the tails right now. Flip it. Florida wins the national championship.
Florida wins it off a tail, off of a coin flip. There we go.
Off of a fucking coin flip. What the? We're saving the picks. Look at this.
Save them, send it to your email. Let's go, Florida. That's crazy. Wow.
Let's do it. Casual sports talk has been completed. We have saved the picks. We are not going to clear. We're not changing anything. Right over here, Christopher. How do you feel about this March Madness bracket?
I like that. We have a couple of upsets. You know, Akron versus Texas Tech. Who else? I like that. Yeah, McNeese State versus Vanderbilt over in the South Division.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple good upsets. I like you mentioned it, Stuart. A 15 seed versus a 2 seed. I'm pretty sure that's a very popular upset, but we didn't pick any 15 versus 2. I just feel like, and I'm sure that's how most people feel. Like a lot of the 2 seeds in this bracket are dominant. But like, is there really going to be a 15 seed versus a 2 seed upset? Is it going to
Yeah.
be is it going to be Furman over UConn? Is it going to be Queens over Purdue?
No.
Is it going to be Tennessee State over Iowa State or Idaho over Houston? Those
No.
2 seeds, I feel like they're too dominant to be beaten.
No, I think that's too dominant. Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I definitely would not trust the 15 seeds. I mean, it might happen, like I said, and then we can put an egg in our face and laugh it up. Like I said, this is the fun part about when we get to the tournament. We're 100% wrong on this one. Like we are pretty much certified that this is the most inaccurate March Madness tournament right over here. Bracket prediction right over here in the Casual Sports Podcast.
And what's fun about this is this all starts Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our team, the Ohio State Buckeyes, playing against the Texas Christian Horned Frogs. So let's go Thursday, 12:15 p.m. Let's go Buckeyes. Start off right. Start our bracket off correct. Let's do it.
I mean, I will say this. You support One Nation under Buckeye, right?
That's right. Let's go Buckeyes.
Let's go.
But most importantly, let's go Gators. Win it all. Win it all.
Let's go. But anyway, do you have any final thoughts right over here on this March Madness tournament?
No final thoughts. I think it's a pretty good schedule, or good bracket we filled. I wish we had a third person. Unfortunately, certain circumstances did not allow us to have a third person to be the tiebreaker. But I'm comfortable with what we have. I can't wait till next Tuesday when we could talk about the first 2 rounds, because the first round is Thursday and Friday. Second round is Saturday and Sunday, and then Tuesday we'll talk about who's reaching the Sweet 16. Yeah. So it'll be cool to see where our bracket's at. see if we're pretty close to a perfect bracket.
Yeah, it's gonna be the fun part. I mean, we're probably not gonna be close, but that's okay. That's okay in this one. But like I said, I'm hoping One Nation to Buckeye. Let's have the upset of the century. Ohio State win the national championship in basketball.
Yeah, right.
Number 8, let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I'll be like, in your face, everybody. I will be the gloatiest motherfucker ever.
Hell yeah.
Any
final thoughts for you, Mr. Stu? What are you thinking?
I want Ohio State versus Texas national championship.
Honestly, that could happen. They're on opposite sides of the bracket. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. That would be great. I know it would never be theoretically possible, but I would hope for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my thoughts for this one. So that is it for this week. Next week, we're going to do the recaps of not all the games, but some of the games in the March Madness tournament. We're going to have our predictions on who's going to make the Final 8 and the Final 4 right over here. We'll do the eulogies on some of the teams that choked to make it into the tournament right over here. And as always, Christopher and me right over here, I will always catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.